Zagan Mork. That's a sneaky get right there. Wow! Welcome back to the Red Ones Go Fast. Old Big Mek here, and it's time for another episode of Orktober! And it's time for us to revisit what's been surprisingly one of our most popular episodes so far, and that has been Secrets of the Sprue, because all of you gits are amazing mech boys that want to do all sorts of cool kit bashing. So seeing what you're getting yourself into is a great way of figuring it out. And I've got one that's really gonna blow your mind. Let's get into it! Yeah, that's right. For those of you that have been here all Orktober long, hi. For those of you that haven't, you have stumbled upon the Red Ones Go Faster, which is the fastest growing Warhammer channel on all of YouTube. Because it's red. But also because Old Big Mek here is putting out amazing content every single day all Orktober long. And one of the things we've looked at is called Secrets of the Sprue. I literally laid out sprues of the old 11-man boys kit, the Luda Burna kit, and the Warbiker kit. You can check that out right there. We'll wait for you. Are you back? Okay. Now that you've seen that and you know how the old style boys all go together and how they're interchangeable, I'm going to blow your mind and let you know that the new style stuff is very similar. We're going to go set up the camera somewhere with some really good lighting because unlike the last video, all of these sprues are just gray. And that makes it a little bit harder to see. So we're going to go get some really good lighting. We're going to show you these, and I'm going to talk about how they work together because it's a lot more complicated than the older ones. All right, let's go move the camera. All right, let's give this a go. So we are going to be looking at the Beast Snagga Boyz. Now, I've been doing my Beast Snagga army painting project all Orktober long, but this we're going to look at building Beast Snaggas, which again, I've done a whole video series on, but let's just look at the sprue. This is one of the sprues that you get with the Beast Snagga Boyz, and you can see it is quite dense. This is not like the old style sprue at all. What you're looking at is modern computer design. This is not hand sculpted like the old stuff, and you can see you've got half bodies everywhere, arms everywhere, hands everywhere, and they don't necessarily go together. For example, this body right here, you have a right leg, but this body right here, you have a left leg. So there's not a whole lot of interchangeability. Now, in my videos, I did talk about there is interchangeability of pieces, namely the shoulder pads and these arms. You see, if we flip this over here and get a good look, you see right here how the arm has this little V shape to it. You get the same thing on the heads. It's got this convex shape to it. So it's got a point that points out in the middle along the vertical axis. Same thing with the arms. When you flip it over so that's right side up, right in the vertical axis, you've got this nice V. Now, obviously, this can easily be kind of sanded and trimmed and messed with to fit, but a lot of these are actually the same. They're designed to go onto the same arms in the same spots, and part of the reason for that is that these kits have options. So, for example, you've got the thump gun right here and the thump gun arm, and there is another set of arms right here that actually replace that on that particular body. Some of these bodies are interchangeable as well. They have a front half that is different. You actually end up with, I think it was either 2 or 3 different front halves, a couple of different heads, things like that. So there's built-in options on this. So they're not monopose in the way the new 10-boy squad is. Here's the part that's going to blow your mind. This sprue is actually shares a lot of compatibility with this sprue. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What sprue is that, Old Big Mek? What am I looking at here? Well, you can see here we've got us a rocket launcher, and we've got us some bodies and some chopper-looking things. And is that a bomb squig? Have you figured out what it is yet? This is the Commandos set. So this is the one that comes in the Kill Team box that says Commandos on it. These are the new style Commandos. This is a really excellent, amazing kit. Now, again, this kit to itself has a ton of variability. Almost all of these boys can be built as regular Commandos with the pistol and the knife, and then a whole bunch of them have options to be built as different guys. So like there's this super heavy gunner here. You could build him with the heavy gun, or you could build him with the combat knife. There's also, let's see, we'll look at the other sprues because they'll have the other ones. You got your flamethrower backpack guy here. He can be built as a regular. Same thing with rocket launcher guy. He can be built as a regular. There's your flamethrower for that guy. And then here's the third sprue. Yes, it is missing one body or something like that because I stole it for something else. Leave me alone. But yeah, these are the Commandos, and they can be built multiple ways on the sprue. Now, the mind-blowing part is if, again, you flip this over and you look at the arm connection, you have this convex point in the middle going vertically there on that vertical axis. You could really see it on the heads. See that vertical axis there? And what did that look like? Oh yeah, right there. In fact, you might even be able to find the exact head back that they started with when sculpting. So that one and that one, right? They are literally identical connections. So the result of that is, even though the bodies aren't compatible, once you put the bodies together for the Commandos, their arms can actually go on most of the Beast Snaggas, and vice versa. Most of the Beast Snagga arms go onto the Commandos. Same thing with the heads, which can actually be really cool because, for example, there are a lot of really, really cool heads on here, like this guy right here that's got the metal mohawk, for lack of a better term. You've got this guy here with the targeting eye. He would look really cool as a Commando. Of course, you've got your typical screaming heads, but you've got, because these are based on Scar Boys, you've got a bunch that have gnarly scars on them. Let's see, where is it? This guy right here. Look at this split right down the middle of his skull. Right now, how cool would that be as a Commando? So you can actually kit bash the heads back and forth in between the Beast Snagga Boyz and the Commandos. And again, if you want to make your Scar Boys look a little bit less, you know, Beast Snagga-y and more, I don't know, different, you could put the Commando heads on them. And then same thing with the arms. If you're not a fan of just having the Choppa arms, or maybe you want to use Commando bodies to build a regular boy squad, what you could do is steal the you know, Sluggas and Choppa looking things from the Beast Snaggas, such as this one right here, that would look really nice on those Commando bodies. So yeah, that is the mind-blowing one for you. Let's look at each of these Commando ones separately, just so you can get a good look at them, because they are, again, so dense. So this is one of the sprues. This is the one that has your rocket launcher, your Scorcha, and your big Choppa on it right there. That, of course, is for the knob. We'll flip it over so you can see the back side. Now, interestingly, you'll notice here's the mouth to a bomb squig, and there is half a body to a bomb squig. You'll see other parts of them in other areas. They're kind of spread all over the place. All right, here is sprue number 2. Again, apologies for the missing pieces. But yeah, that is sprue number 2. There's your knob body. And once again, there's half of a bomb squig right there. This is the breacher ram, I think. You can see all of your attachment points and pieces there. And again, get a really good look at how all of these heads attach and how all of these arms attach. Now, all of them are going to work. Obviously, like there's this one here that's convex instead of concave. And there's some that have like a twisted axis on them where it's not just straight up and down. It kind of has like almost a pyramidal or a triangular shape to it. But again, if you look at the Beast Snaggas, you'll see there might be some arms that actually match up to those different styles. This one's interesting because it's got these little shoulders almost right here to glue onto somebody to change the angle of the arms. I really like these pieces. Those are great little add-ons to change the angles of things going on. I'd love to see something like that in a future multi-pose boy kit. But yeah, this is the final sprue here to the Commandos. Now, one thing about the Commandos, you do notice all of their backs are molded open, and then you have the backpacks, so you do have to run the backpacks on the Commandos. Just something to be aware of. All right, let's go back to the Beast Snaggas. Now, this is not all the Beast Snaggas. There is another sprue that's different that has the knob on it and the kind of his claw thing going on. But I have already built those 10. So this is what I had laying around. The important part was really to show you those attachment points and how they worked. And again, I did film all the sprues when I was doing that building, which you can see on the playlist. All right, that's been Secrets of the Sprues episode 2, looking at the Beast Snagga Boyz and the Commandos. Now, none of the other kits that have come out since have been Boyz, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the sprues for the new tank bustas to see if they have a similar attachment style to them. Now, again, they're not 100% compatible in the way that the old Boyz were, where it was a universal straight chop, but again, most of them have that very simple vertical V, and the ones that don't, if you look at them, like I said, there's the one that's kind of triangular. It's got a line up like that and then kind of wise out. That arm is featured on like 3 different Beast Snagga bodies and 3 different Commando bodies. So again, you just play around with it and they kind of slot right in, which is good, nice. That is exciting. I'm okay with a monopose body as long as I have options on heads and arms and the add-on panels and things like that. Now, obviously, the Beast Snaggas, they've got the big shoulder pads that go on, and the Commandos have the big backpacks. It makes super cross-pollination difficult. But if they keep making all future Orks use those same kind of attachment points, it's going to give you more and more options to be able to mix and match between the kits. Now, I did say that the Beast Snagga sprues I showed on that playlist, you should totally go watch that, because the Beast Snagga Boyz are fully compatible with the Squighog Boyz, the riders. In fact, I did that on my own personal squad, my second squad of Squighog Boyz. I used all regular Beast Snagga heads on them, and a couple of the Beast Snagga shoulder pads. I think I even changed 1 or 2 arms. Obviously, the riders have like the holding on arm and the waving the weapon arm, but I think I might have changed one of the waving the weapon arms. But anyways, those are also cross-compatible. So if you're going to run, for example, 2 squads of Squighog Boyz and you don't want them to be identical, it's super duper easy to kit bash them with the regular the regular Beast Snagga Boyz and switch those heads and those shoulder pads back and forth. Plus, that gives you your second squad of Beast Snaggas is going to look different from the first squad. So very, very worth doing, very, very easy. So that gives us 3 kits that are compatible with each other, just like the old Boyz, the Ludas, and the Warbikers. Now we've got the Beast Snaggas, the Squighog Boyz, and the Commandos. So we'll see what the kill team brings. And believe me, as soon as that one is out, I will definitely be doing a sprue review on it. As far as future episodes of sprue review, I'm definitely going to do more. The problem that you've seen is that I've built a lot of my stuff or stolen parts for kit bashing, and I want to show complete sprues. So I'm digging through my collection for anything else I have that's complete, that's unbuilt. We'll do those, and then things that I want to do that I know that I'm missing the sprue on because I've built my whole thing, I'm trying to get my hands on either borrowing some or see if any buddies have them, or worst case scenario, having to buy a whole brand new kit just so I can show you the sprues. So if you want to help old Big Mek out with doing that, you can like, comment, subscribe. We also have links down below for our Discord, which is totally free, and I do have a small Patreon, which our Patreon that is small amount. It's only 5 teeth, that I greatly appreciate all the support I get there for it. But yeah, that's been it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Even if you're not watching this in Orktober, I suspect this video will have very long legs and be useful for a very long time, and we'll definitely revisit these sprues once newer Orks come out if they are compatible with each other. And who knows, maybe even like actually tell you it's like arms 2, 7, 12, 13, whatever are compatible with yada yada. If that's something you're interested in, let me know down in the comments below. But until next time, I gotta go keep painting and making more Orktober videos because I gotta make another one for tomorrow. So until then, walk on!